So let us begin just slightly with the feet apart, at hip distance if you like. And we'll find our mountain, so we'll take our palms to face forward. Arms just gently falling beside the body. And we'll begin just to soften through the knees and close the eyes. And welcome to your yin. My name is Danny and I'll be guiding you through. So just begin by sensing the support you have from the ground below you. And just paying attention just to the actual sensations of contact through the feet. Finding a position of stability. The upper body balanced over the hips and shoulders relaxing away from the ears, but still alert. Allow the palms to face forward and the arms just feel as though they're hanging by their own weight, stable and relaxed, sensing into your body, feeling your feet, your legs, your hips, the lower and upper body, arms, shoulders, your neck and head. When you're ready, allowing your mouth to close and just finding that natural rhythm in and out through your nose. Letting go of anything outside of your space. And just anchor yourself to your practice through your breath. Not trying to change it. Just observe the natural rhythm. Just knowing that you're breathing perfectly as you are. That you have nothing else to do than witness the breath. And we're going to begin our practice today just with gentle warm up through the spine with our sun salutation, but just a half flow. So just nice and slow so we can just find movement through all directions of the spine. So you can, if you like, gently draw Feet in towards each other, taking big toes to touch. Slight gap in the heels. Palms facing forward. Just gently tilting your chin forward so we find that extension through the spine. Jalandhara Bandha. And again, gripping down through the feet, pressing down through the toes. Taking a nice big deep breath in. I'm going to take the arms nice and wide, palms to touch. So we'll inhale, palms to touch up overhead. Nice and slow. We'll take a slight back bend. And then on your exhale, just gently swan dive down. So arms nice and wide, bending through the knees and finding out Uttanasana. So taking fingers just in line with the tips of the toes, bending through the knees, and just allow the body to relax down onto the thighs. Let the head fall. On your next inhale, we'll lengthen through the legs, taking the hands onto the shins if you like, or down towards the ground, but we are beginning just nice and gentle. Finding that length, gazing slightly forward, extending through the spine, and we'll follow the breath. So we'll exhale as we fold, tuck your head. Let's bend through the knees and take the arms wide, palms to touch up overhead. Big deep breath in and bend back. And we'll exhale as we swan dive all the way down, folding forward. We inhale to half lift, hands to the shins if you like. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale as we fold, tuck the head, taking our arms nice and wide again. So inhale, palms to touch up overhead. This time let's scissor the arms. So we'll take right arm forward, left back, just slightly twisting. We inhale, palms to touch up overhead. Exhale, opposite side. So left arm forward, right back. Inhale, palms to touch up overhead. And let's swan dive down again. So bend the knees, just let the body fall. Let the head fall. Let's come into our half lift. So one last time, looking forward, lengthen through those legs. Slightly walk your feet apart, so taking them at hip width. So you can soften through the knees if you like, but if you'd like a deeper stretch through the hamstrings to begin with. We extend through the legs. We inhale, find length through the spine, and then gently beginning to walk hands over towards right side. So you can take slight bend in the knees. Continue to breathe. So we inhale through the nose and exhale as you soften. Extend through the legs as we inhale, walking hands all the way over to the left side. Exhale as you just soften, softening through the knees if you like. One more time, we'll inhale, lengthen through the spine and walking the hands back to center. Let's bend quite a bit through the legs. You can either take opposite elbows or gently take the hands to interlace and take them to the back of your head, just to the lower part of the skull. And then allow your body to fall. So if you prefer to take opposite elbows, you're welcome. Or you can even allow the hands just to fall, taking the palms to face upwards. Just make it your choice. You can sway the body gently if you like. Or if not, just finding that stillness as we deactivate sympathetic nervous system and allow calm to come into mind and body. Just allow the head to fall, letting go of the shoulders, finding length through the back of the neck. Just easing our way in. Swaying if you like. Never feels good. Just remember to let go of any tension through the neck. Just going to begin to let go of the hands on your exhale, keeping the knees bent, and we're just going to heel toe the feet just towards the edges of the mat, so both feet 45 degrees out towards the corner of your room. So we're going to come into our Malasana. So we're going to inhale, just lengthen through the legs and the arms, so you may want to take the hands gently onto the shins. And on your exhale, hands to the heart, and we'll bend through the knees, so we'll find our Malasana. So again, if you find, if you find you need that extra support with a block or props under the pelvis, you're welcome to. So a stronger version would be walking feet closer towards each other, or it's a more challenging version, or feet out wider for more stability. So we're taking the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart. So you're using the outer arms to push away the legs. So as we do that, we lift and open the heart and find that length through the spine. So lifting up through the crown of the head, closing the eyes if that feels okay. Just finding that gentle opening. Again, bringing yourself back to observe the breath. Letting any thoughts just gently float away until the next one comes along. Just acknowledge and let it go. Noticing anywhere in the body now where you may feel tension, and see if you can relax, soften, and you find that length through the spine. Bringing yourself to an internal space. Good work. Just taking a nice big deep breath in through the nose and exhale, releasing out of the mouth, just sighing it out. Remember, making any modifications to suit, so you should never feel any shooting pains. From where we are now, taking a nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to release the hands just to support the body behind, and then on your exhale, extending out through the legs. So nice and long, flexing through the feet, We'll engage our core, Uddiyana Bandha, and we're going to roll down through the spine, all the way down so that we're laying in our Shavasana. So taking the palms to face upwards, lifting up through your hips just so you can slightly tilt the pelvis and just massage just slightly the lower part of the spine. So here we're in our rebound posture. So allowing that flow through our groin, the legs, and just noticing the subtleties again. Now we are, just while you're laying there, it's going to let you know of two versions. We are taking our square pose, which is a posture we don't generally take a lot. So there is a version that we can come into while we're laying here. And then I'll show us a second version, so then you can choose what you would prefer. So from where we are, on your inhale, we'll first draw knees in towards the chest. We're going to cross that right leg over the left. So from your position, hopefully you can see my legs. So I'm going to bend through the legs and then take right hand to left foot and left hand to right foot. And as we exhale, we gently draw the feet closer towards those knees. So they're directly under the knees if you're able to get it in that position. Or you can modify to suit any position that you would like to have the legs as they're crossed. The other option, which is from seated. It is a much stronger option, but it really just depends on your knees and whether there's too much tension through the knees. So version 1, you can stay here, or you may want to gently rock yourself up to seated. So what we do here is we take left leg parallel to the front of the mat, and then we're taking that right leg and resting right foot on top of left knee. So we're trying to keep the legs both parallel to the front of the mat. So you can probably see here that my right knee is lifted slightly. So you either get into a position where you can deepen, or you can grab a blanket or anything else that you may want to use to prop the body. If you find that that's too intense, then you just come to a comfortable seat or just lay back down onto the spine. The spine just allows you to go in and still use the same muscles, but from a different position. So it's your choice. So we're going to work through the hips. It's quite intense. So square pose, flexing feet. Now just be really mindful, if you need to use any props, you can. So you can either stay here with the spine elongated. You may want to gently find length through the spine. And then over time, this is where we feel the intensity. We begin to fold the body forward. So we stay with the 3 points of yin. So coming to your edge, easing off. Remember, you can use props to lean the arms on. Or again, if you prefer to stay in a seated position, you can just come into your regular Sukhasana, your seated position, and come into a fold. So it's quite a strong stretch. So just staying with the breath. Both sit bones grounded. And again, it's okay to round through the spine. No pain. So allow yourself to ease out, just to relax the muscles. And again, just noticing how you're feeling inside. And then just adjust over time. Remember just to ease in and out using your breath. The breath will allow you to relax through the muscles. Remember, just modify if you need to modify the posture. Good work. We'll stay 30 more seconds. Just begin to take 3 deep breaths, just with your own rhythm, in and out through the nose, until you bring yourself all the way up to a nice long spine. Nice and slowly. So we'll begin to take our rebound. So we'll take hands just gently behind the body, or you may want to use them first to release the legs, extending the legs out nice and long just to release. So palms facing upwards for 30 seconds. So noticing the release through the lower part of body. Again, noticing any subtleties. Keeping the eyes closed. On your inhale, let's draw knees up towards the chest. And we exhale as we just begin to come into position. So this time taking that left leg just while we're laying down on the ground. Again, into that more of the cross-legged position. So left over right, taking hold of the feet. And then as you exhale, that's when you're drawing the feet in towards the legs, and the legs then come towards the torso. So it's a much more subtle version, but you're still working the same muscles. Bring yourself back to the breath, anchoring. If you like, you can stay in this position or just gently take the hands onto the knees, rocking the body up to the seat again. And then we take our square pose opposite side. So now we take right leg down first, so parallel to the front of the mat, and then if you can, taking that left foot to rest towards that right knee. So remember, you can modify. If you need, just take your time getting into position, and if so, you might want to just come into a comfortable seat. So really just make it your own. You'll all look a little bit different. Again, just prop up, so if you find that you need a little bit of propping under that left knee, you can. So from here, just waiting until you've found the most comfortable position, trying to find that length through the spine, grounding down through the sit bones. It might feel completely different this side. So we lengthen first through the spine. If you like to fold forward, just coming to your edge, or stay with the spine nice and long. If not, finding your edge, so just gently placing the hands down in front, resting on a bolster if you like. Just gives you another option. When we do have the opportunity to use the props, it allows us not to go in too deep too quickly. So you might notice tension, working the hip flexors, around the hips. So if you can feel it quite intensely, it's a good thing. It means we're working muscles that we don't always use. And then these types of asana will help us with a lot of the fundamentals. We can get deeper, increase our flexibility, and release tension. So if pranayama is in your practice, our breath, it's really nice to incorporate that with your yin. So trying to find that equal timed breathing. So you may want to find whatever the count is naturally for you to inhale. Match the exhale, because we all have a different breathing rhythm. And over time, the way in which we're able to find even more relaxation through the breath is trying to elongate the exhale. So keeping that longer than your inhale. Noticing where you are with your posture. Are you able to soften a little more? Relaxing the hips. Just observe the breath. Just noticing the coolness as the breath enters through the nose. And as you exhale, just softening through the body. Let us begin to ground down through the hands. And as you inhale, just finding that length through the arms. And then begin to walk the hands back towards the body. And begin to unwind our legs. And again, so finding length through the legs, taking the palms to face upwards, gently rolling down the spine. Just finding that release, so lifting up through the hips gently, rolling down through the spine, palms to face upwards, relax through the shoulders. Just soften the feet towards the edges of the mat and just allow the body to begin to feel cleansed. So as we compress through the area of the hips, the groin, we now get to flood those areas with nutrients. Get to remove blockages. So while we're down here on the spines, I'm hoping we have our straps close by. We can grab our straps or our belts, whatever we have, our scarf. I'm just going to just begin to take the feet flat onto the ground, so bending through the knees, and we'll take our strap in hand and we'll wrap it just around the right foot. So just at the ball of the foot, and we'll take the strap in both hands. So if you like, you may want to lengthen out that left leg nice and long. It's completely up to you, and you're welcome to always take a bend through the right leg. You may want to begin that way. So your choice, either holding strap in one hand or both hands. So we inhale, lengthen through the leg and the spine, and exhale as we draw the leg gently back towards the torso. So staying with your natural rhythm in and out through the nose. Finding your edge. You're always welcome to plant that left foot down. Just taking your time. Finding your edge. So if the legs are straight, you try not to lock out the knee. And allow the body, or allow the kneecap to be nice and soft. Let us from here just begin to take our strap in the right hand, and we'll ground down that left hand just beside the body. So we engage our core, and then on your exhale, just gently beginning to take that right leg out down to right side of the body. It doesn't matter how far down it goes. Whatever feels comfortable for your body. You can always bend through the leg, keeping the shoulder blades grounded. Once you're in position, over time, if you want to deepen, you begin to bend through right arm, drawing that leg a little bit closer towards the head. Just be really mindful of not to grip the strap too tightly. If you want a more restorative version, you can place a bolster or a block under that right foot and just rest. Just notice the body softening itself. Feeling that release through the legs. Move the leg, folds down a little more, closer towards the ground. Let us take a nice big deep breath in, and as we do, begin to draw that right leg back to center, We're going to swap hands, so taking left hand now to the strap, we ground it down, and then we take right leg now down towards that left side. So as we usually do in our twists, we're keeping shoulder blades grounded, taking the gaze over towards right side. And again, if you like to bend through right leg, you can. So staying just a minute on this side of the twist. We'll come to our opposite side. Remember, if you like a little bit more, you're drawing that right leg towards the body, so bending through that left arm. Just be mindful, shoulder blades grounded. Taking a nice big deep breath in, and as you do, now engaging the core, drawing right leg back to center. Let us bend through right leg and at the same time grounding down that left foot. Or release the strap from right leg. Let's just extend the legs. If you have room, maybe just reaching the arms up overhead on the inhale. And then exhale, release the arms beside the body. And we'll come into opposite sides. So soles of the feet down. This time strap or whatever prop you have around that left foot. Taking hold of your strap. First, finding length in the spine. You may want to extend that right leg long, or maybe beginning a little softer by grounding that right foot down. Taking a nice big deep breath in. Just remembering to deepen on your exhale. So just ease your way in. Slight bend through the knees. As time progresses, then you may want to straighten out that right leg and begin straightening through the left. Just take your time. Another option would be, if you're wanting to deepen with this stretch over time, is if you did have a strap, you're wrapping the strap behind the head. And then what you do is you simply shorten the strap over time. So you may want to spend 5-10 minutes, and maybe not today, but over time. Just shortening the strap, making it smaller and smaller. Just paying attention. If you are gripping, just try to loosen the hand slightly. Flexing. Left foot. So if you do have your strap around the head, you can play around with the weight. So if you take the head If it's around the head, you may want to take the head flat on the ground, and as you do, the legs coming closer towards the body. Or you can simply lift it up and it becomes a little bit more of an inversion, a lot more relaxing. So if you like, you may want to take the strap now into the left hand. We ground down the right hand, and then gently on your exhale, lowering left leg down towards left side. So just remembering to keep the shoulder blades grounded. Bending through left leg, if you like, or more of a stretch, keeping it long. Or resting on a prop. Just noticing the breath, allowing those thoughts just leave, acknowledge, and just let them go. Just loosening the hands if you've got a tight grip. Maybe drawing the leg a little bit closer, so bending through left arm. Let's ground down through right hand, keeping the eyes closed if they are. Drawing that left leg back to center. Let's swap hands, right hand to strap, letting the left go, and then gently coming into a twist over to right side. So you can either bend through left leg or keep it extended. Shoulder blades grounded. You can either walk your right hand up the strap for a deeper stretch, pulling left leg towards the torso. Just easing your way in. So come to your edge, ease off. Noticing how the body feels on this side opposed to the opposite side. Staying with your breath. Softening through that left leg and right hand. Notice if the shoulders are holding tension. If they are, just let it go on the exhale. Let the body soften. Just let go of any tension. Let's take a nice big deep breath in, and as we do, begin to draw left leg back to center, grounding right foot, and then we'll bend through the left. So we'll release the strap and just gently extend out through the legs, Maybe taking the arms up overhead again, so finding a nice stretch through the legs, the spine, the arms. And stretch a little more through our legs. So on your next inhale, hugging knees in towards the chest. Taking the hands just onto the knees, and we'll rock the body back and forth. Just maybe massage the spine a little until we come all the way up. I'm going to come onto the knees. So from here, I'm going to step that right leg forward, right to the edge of the mat. We're going to walk right foot to the edge of the mat, turning it 45 degrees. And then we'll take both hands just to the center or on the inside of that right foot. So we come into our dragon or lizard. So to deepen through the legs, to get a little bit more of a stretch, you tuck left toe under, just raising slightly, and then see whether you can lower the knee a little bit further away. So we're trying to find that length through the legs. It's hard to see with black legs. I'm a bit camouflaged. All right. So from here again, we're finding our edge. So you can either begin, we'll all be a little different, so spread the fingers nice and wide. You may want to gently begin to bend through the arms. Or keep them extended, just find your version. Now that right knee is right above or on top of right ankle. And then over time we're going to extend into more of a split. The stretch will be a little bit deeper. The more that you're able to extend that left leg longer, you can take something under the knee like a blanket. You're always welcome to tuck left toes under, extending through the leg. That's if you'd like a stronger version. So just finding your edge. Well done. So you can modify by coming onto the side blade of the right foot, if you like, and taking right leg out to right side, taking right hand onto right knee. Just another version. It really just depends on how you feel. There's lots of modifications. You can draw forearm down. Remember to breathe through it, so finding your breath. Well done. Now, if anyone's wanting to try more of a split version, you don't have to come into full splits, because remember, the way in which we can do that is either beginning to extend through that front leg if you're able to over time. So not straight away, just over time. If you did have props, this is what we would do in the studio. We would get our bolster and gently begin to rest on our bolster. Because then over time, it will allow us to deepen into this posture. Because usually in a normal vinyasa class, we're in and out really quickly. Here, we can deepen over time. So we don't have to come into that full version if we don't have any props. So all we're simply going to do is just begin to extend through that front leg. So you need to be really careful. You need to be supported by the hands as much as you can. So if you've got blocks, you may want to use blocks. So just remember, coming to your edge, whatever that is today, staying with your breath in and out through the nose. You can take this version as well with the idea of being in your lizard. So hands on the inside of that extended leg. It's another way we can deepen and be protected. So no force. So again, you can either have that front foot flat or even be coming onto the heel of the front foot. So nice stretch. Remember, only go as far as you feel comfortable. If there were props available, then we would lift ourselves up. We can try with your hands and then begin to extend more through that front leg. So we're changing the weight slightly. So we're still keeping the spine nice and long. Good work. Alright, we're going to begin to ease ourselves out nice and gently. So if you can, that front foot flat, the hands grounding down, you may want to tuck that left toe under and just gently just begin to draw that back leg in slightly. And we're going to begin to extend through that front leg, coming into our half monkey. So front leg extends. Well done, guys. So the heel on the ground, feet flexed back towards the body. So we find length in the spine, and then let's just exhale, fold forward. Well done. And we'll inhale, lengthen through the arms, bending through front leg. Again, so you may want to take both hands to the inside of that right leg and extend or take that right leg back. So we're finding our tabletop again. Spread the fingers wide. Let's just gently roll over the wrists and then back in the up. Nice and slowly. Alright, so we'll come back to neutral, and we're going to come into opposite side. So you may want to walk hands back, stepping left leg forward this time, just turning that left foot 45 degrees, right leg nice and long. So we're walking that left foot out if you like, grounding down through the hands. So we find our dragon or lizard. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and remember, just adjusting or lengthening through that right leg. So you tuck the toe, lift up, and just place the knee back a little bit further. So you're really finding a stretch through that extended leg. You're finding your position. Staying with your breath. Just allow yourself to ease in through your breath. So we inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale as you soften. Again, we inhale, lengthen, and exhale, softening. One last time, we inhale, lengthen, and then exhale as you find your edge. And you're welcome to continue on with your rhythm. Maybe taking left foot on the blade, and left knee slightly out to left side. Just take your time. And then it's your choice over the next 3 minutes when you begin to either take that right leg back further or just begin slowly to extend through that front leg. So remember, you can stay with the hands on the inside of the legs or take them around. So just take your time in doing this. So it might be completely different on this side. If you need anything under the knees, maybe this side a little more tense. I would offer you a bolster, but when you're back in the studio, when you're back in the studio, this is just a really nice way to begin to deepen your splits by relaxing onto your props. So you're not forcing yourself, it's over time. And just remember, for many of us, we haven't been as active, so just be mindful of that. And you're always welcome to skip a half split. If you need that release, you can always extend through front leg, half monkey, half split, and then come back in. Just make it your own, just not forcing. Finding that stillness if you can. So meaning just coming to your edge, ease off. Let's stay 30 more seconds. So just allow yourself to soften as much as you can. Just stay with the breath. In and out through the nose. Just take your breath to any areas where the tension's held and just breathe out, just relaxing. Let's from here take a nice big deep breath in. And as you do, beginning to lengthen through the arms. So if you do have the hands on the inside, just walking left foot back to center. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're taking the left hand, leaving the hands where they are, gently stepping back. Whoa. So we're going to come into our tabletop and just gently drawing the body forwards and back. So nice big circles over the wrists, taking yourself as far down as you can to release the groin. Well done. Back in the opposite direction. Good. Just for a moment before we come into Shavasana, just coming down onto the belly, finding our crocodile. So just taking one hand onto the other, resting the forehead on the forearms, and just relaxing. Just feeling the rebound. Just letting go of the weight of the body. Begin. Find our Shavasana. So you may want to ground down through the hands first, coming back to child's pose. So we inhale, pushing back, exhale as we find our child's pose. And then gently walking hands back towards the legs, finding your Shavasana. So you may want to pop your jumper on or turn the lights off. Just letting go of the breath. Letting the shoulders fall back behind the body. And you release the breath back to a natural rhythm. Just allow the palms to face upwards as a sign of surrender, and the feet gently falling out towards the edges of the mat. Letting it all go. Allow the heels to anchor the body. And just feel the flow of relaxation through the bottom of the feet to the big toes. Remaining toes one by one, softening, feeling that flow through the top of the feet, softness. The ankles relax, shins, and the calf muscles. Allow the back of the knees and the kneecaps to release. Allow the bottom part of the legs to weigh down, feeling that softness travel through the upper legs to the pelvis. Taking a deep breath in, and as you relax, feeling the pelvis widen into the mat. The legs and the pelvis heavy. Feel that sensation ripple through the spine. Softness and space. All the large muscles of the back and the side of body soften to the belly, chest, shoulders. The body like a magnet on the ground. Feeling the weight hold you. Allow the head to soften back, the neck, the forehead, temples, the eyelids, and the eye sockets. Soft, feeling that sensation down the cheeks, nose, to the lips, and the jaw. The entire body now completely weightless. Noticing how easy it is to breathe when the heaviness is gone. And without interruption to your body, just begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe deepening the breath. When you're feeling ready to, maybe bringing some gentle movement into the fingers or the toes. You may want to take the arms up overhead for a nice final stretch, maybe the legs as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently drawing the knees in towards the body and just rocking from side to side, massaging lower spine. When you're ready, taking your legs down to your favorite side. Giving thanks to yourself for arriving on the mat for your practice. And when you're ready, your free hand bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed if you can, taking the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. And we'll finalize our class with one round of Om if you'd like to join me. So we'll inhale to Om. So inhale. Take the hands to eyebrow center and bow forward to our internal selves. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, may there be peace, may there be peace. Namaste.